In this video, I want to discuss long-term potential for some of these meme coins. Now, this is the fabled kind of third wave with some of these coins. Very, very rare. Let's discuss dog with hat. And this one is at 370 million in market cap at the moment. So let's go into a market cap graph and let's discuss this in more detail, and let's zoom out. So we're going to zoom out to a daily chart now just to see everything that's happened with this coin. The chart's not really that nice because of this crazy buy where somebody spent millions on this coin. But anyway, in fact, let's zoom out a little bit on a 4-hourly. Now, from the inception, 21st of November, this basically did nothing for a long time. So it did nothing and then suddenly became popular. And then it went through this kind of first wave move. So it literally got to 1 million quite quickly, which is not a big deal nowadays on Solana meme coins. Not a big deal at all. But then it really pushed on from there. And basically the big deal with this is it did a first and second wave there. But you can't even see it because it's so small. But when it got to a few million and then pulled back. And then basically that was the first move. This was the second move where it did basically a 3 and a 4. And this is the final move in my opinion. And we'll see how far it can actually go. But this third wave up, so 1 small one, 2 a large one, and then this third one is very, very rare. So let's talk percentages to give you an idea. Basically, at the beginning, so let's just scroll to the, and let's talk numbers. At the beginning stages here, this first move up and down, a lot of coins don't do this. So basically 95% of coins never ever do this first move. So you're already in the 5% that actually only do this. And then in the second, out of the second, maybe only 10% might do the second out of that. And then you've got the third wave where it's an even smaller percentage. It might be only 5 or 10% of that. So literally, to get this third move up, the one we saw here, go all the way up, we're basically talking about a percentage that might be 0.01 or even 0.001%. It's very, very rare. It does happen, but it's very rare. And why does this happen? It's because one meme just gets so popular and it's so good that it just gets re-memed. So basically the picture of the dog with the hat, everybody's using just the picture of the hat everywhere.
Trading meme coins involves increased risks. We have created a product that allows you to trade more safely, efficiently, and most importantly, with a beautiful high-quality interface, so everything is clear on where to click, just like on a centralized exchange. In other words, we have transferred all the best features from a centralized exchange to a decentralized exchange. Now, right in Telegram, you can open our app called AlphaDex, create a wallet in just 2 clicks, and switch between 8 networks, including Ethereum, Solana, Ton, and other networks. Additionally, you can swap networks, meaning bridges are integrated. It's very important. For beginners, we have a research section where the best projects are selected using our technology. Of course, this is not a guarantee, but among all the junk that comes out on the market every day, the most promising projects stand out, among which you can already conduct analytics, full-fledged research, and most importantly, place limit orders on any position within our product. At the same time, you understand that if you previously traded manually on Uniswap and had issues catching the best entry point, now you can set up an order grid for entry and exit, making your trading safer and more efficient. You can also share the link with your friends and earn through the affiliate program, just like traders on centralized exchanges, up to 40%. To start trading, follow the link in the description and try our tool. It's absolutely free.
This basically hat, and they're putting the hat on top of all sorts of different things, or they're putting the dog with a different picture of a hat, and there's so many spin-offs, but this is the original meme. That's why it's the best. Literally just a dog with a hat. That's why it's so funny. And this is taken up because of that. But along the way, the team's been doing work. What they've been doing that's been pushing the price every single time is they've been creating new utility, which basically at the initial parts of these meme coins are basically listing on new exchanges and new websites. That's what really helps it to take off. And that's just basically how they move. But the other thing worth noting is in this third wave, because it's very difficult to catch these things perfectly, but in this third wave, let's say you did jump in, the price now would be up in terms of where the price is now exactly about 160, 170%, which, yeah, it's good. It's like a 1.5x. But honestly, it's nothing like the gains that you'd make early on in some of these coins. And yes, some people might have the conviction to buy here and then hold for many weeks and months, but most people don't. And is it even worth it? Even if you did do that and you held through and then you made another 100% here in this time, which is basically 2 weeks here, could you have made more than a 1x trading in and out of other coins repeatedly again and again and again? So you have to think about it like that as well. So mainly these third wave moves, I don't like to get involved in. Because the ROI is not going to really be worth it. And already you're trading something, a meme coin that's already at 100, 200 million market cap. I mean, how much more can it really go once they've listed everywhere that exists? Like once they're on Binance and everything like that, it's usually a top sign. Now, I don't think this is listed on the absolute biggest ones yet, but if it did, that would be the sign. So just like things like Dogecoin and Bong and things like that, when they eventually list on Binance, that seems to be a sign off the top. Now with crypto markets in general, not even meme coins, this could be Bitcoin or anything else. Usually these big news events, which are supposed to be very bullish sounding, tend to be liquidation events where they reach the top and they fall back. So just be very careful with that as well overall. So generally, you'll be trading. My advice is you should be trading here at the beginning. And if not, after the beginning, you catch one of these second waves. And the second waves, massive amount of ROI as well. So let's just scroll out just to show you. So we just said there's about 170% there. But here, after this first wave, which seems so small now, just here, if we had gotten in on 13th of December, let's say, and rid it up, anywhere around here till 22nd, we're not going to perfectly time entries and exits, of course. But generally, look, I don't even need to push very far, but look at these numbers, 4,500%. Crazy amounts. So this is what we're talking about. This is how you hear stories where people turn $100 or $1,000 into literally $300 or $400,000. So literally enough to buy a house cash pretty much anywhere in the world, and a decent one at that. That's where you make these gains. That's a second wave move. And notice again, as you look through, you'll see that a lot of the resistance points, they tend to be 200 million here, 100 million here, are kind of round numbers. So you know your targets as well. You can take profits nearer to these round numbers, but never exactly the round number. You don't want to take profit at exactly 200 million. You want to take it at 198, because the price might spike 200 to 200 before you can get your sell order in, and then it will tank all the way back down to 100, as happened here. Look, we went from 200 in the space of just hours, like nearly only a day, all the way back down to 100. So you would have got half the profit. So let's say you had invested here your $100 and it turned into 40,000. Well, it would be 20,000 within a day because you didn't sell fast enough. And never be scared of taking profits. You're always going to have some that continued running even though you should have taken profits. But the majority of the time, 90% or more of the time, you are right to take the profits. So always take profits, especially with meme coins, because the chance of them suddenly turning on you is way higher compared to other marketplaces. Thanks for listening.